I'm Karen Too A Foo, and I have been with Rent a Home for just short of 3 years. I am the office manager, and my main focus is maintenance coordination. When you have an issue at the property, you can submit a work order one of two ways. The most ideal way is to go to your tenant portal and submit it electronically. That way you can include a picture if necessary. The other way is to call the office and give it to someone at the office, and they'll enter it into the system for you. You don't have to be there when the vendor comes by. I always recommend that you let us know if there's pets on the property and if there are any reasons why we wouldn't be able to go into the property without you there. With your work order, I ask that you submit as much detail as possible. Let me know what you've tried to do to rectify the situation. For instance, if your garbage disposal is not working, it's humming but it's not spinning. Did you reset the button on the bottom of it? Or if the power went out, did you try to reset the breakers? Just let me know anything you've done to try to rectify the situation. If it's needed that there's a picture, there's a tree falling in the yard or some siding has come off, please submit the picture. You can do that through your portal. You just take a picture and drop and drag as a JPEG. Well, it'll come to me and I will assess it to determine if it needs to go to the vendor, which vendor. I will assign it to the vendor and I will send it out. It depends if it's a plumbing issue, water, electricity. It depends on what the specialty is. We use only third-party vendors, so that does take time. It's not like we're going to get your work order and be able to get out there that afternoon. We use third-party vendors that are local, and we try to use small businesses instead of the big chains. One of the bigger questions is, will you be charged for any repairs? Repairs that are due to natural causes, a storm, something breaks due to age, no, you're not going to be charged for those. There are some things that are considered tenant responsibility. You've clogged up the drain because you pour grease down the drain, or your child has dropped a toy in the toilet. Things like that, they are going to be your responsibility. It's not encouraged that you fix something yourself. We try to make sure for the health and well-being of the home and the investment for the homeowner that we use licensed contracted vendors.
Okay, if you do something myself, will I get reimbursed?
Not unless you have that approved prior to doing the repair. Painting your property is not necessarily something we would encourage you to do, but if you want to do that, you have to ask permission. We ask that you send us paint samples and the type of paint, and we will get it approved by the owner. Just know that when you leave the property, you have to return it to the color it was when you took it over. So that's painting the property twice, and that can be a large undertaking. It's always necessary to call the office first. If you're wanting to do any kind of alteration to the property at all, please call the office and ask for permission. We encourage you to email us with descriptions, and we can forward that on to the owner so we can get approval. If you need to follow up on a work order, please contact me, or if I've told you or you are aware that there's a vendor that's supposed to come out and they haven't come out, please make sure that you contact me right away. It's very important that we communicate with each other with regards to where maintenance concerns are and the timing of them being taken care of. My direct office line is 743-223-1776. My extension is 107.
And then what's your email?
My email is Karen, Karen, T as in Tom, OO, @GSORentahome.com.